Hey guys, Miles today bringing you a brand new video, and in this one we're going to be talking about my fitness goals in 2022. As mentioned in the previous video, one of my main goals in 2022 is going to be regaining control of my overall health and wellness and improving my lifestyle in that area. I mentioned in that video that I'd be making a separate video talking about my actual goals as far as things like body fat percentage, etc., and that is this video. Before we go any further, I would like to remind you guys to make sure you guys subscribe. I'm hoping this is going to be my most consistent year yet. And by subscribing and hitting the notification bell, you guys can avoid missing any future uploads. And also feel free to follow me over on Twitter. It is definitely my most active social media. And I recently started a small group chat to get more personalized feedback and run basically first take, first draft videos by people, get different suggestions on content and just general feedback like that. So if you guys would like to be in some sort of small group like that, Twitter is the place to get in on that. That's where I'm going to be posting things, inviting people into groups like that. I'll also be expanding into a Discord, etc. With that being said, let's get into this fitness video. So first off, I want to talk about some of the things that I'm going to have to focus on this year in order to achieve my goals. Things like shoulder stability and mobility. For years now, I've had pretty unstable shoulders. So doing certain movements such as bench press or any sort of chest press really, my left shoulder in particular will kind of pop out of socket sometimes, pretty much dislocate. And today is, Tuesday, the 11th of January. And I had a virtual meeting with a physical therapist, and we're gonna be starting a program to hopefully get my shoulders to be more stable. And it should be like a 2 to 3 month thing before I won't have to mentally focus on stability. Like my body should start doing it more automatically, hopefully in 2 to 3 months. From there, I'll be able to really start lifting again and starting to bulk. So it kind of lines up perfectly with some of my other goals like body fat percentage. I mentioned in the previous video how I've gained a little bit of unwanted fluff. Nothing crazy. It's not like I'm all of a sudden really obese. I'm still pretty slim, but my body fat percentage is about 23% right now. About 2 weeks ago, I was sitting at about 24%. Now, for reference, I've spent most of my life anywhere from 145 to 155 pounds at anywhere from like 12 to 15% body fat. Again, I've always been really, really active, but over the last couple of years of not being as active and not watching my diet quite as much, I'm now about 155 to 160 pounds and 20 to 25% body fat. Most recently, before I started eating healthier, I was about 160 at 24% body fat. So I'm hoping over the next 2 to 3 months of doing the shoulder work and keeping my diet in check, I can drop that back to about 15% body fat, really dial in what I'm eating, maybe do some work on a stationary bike, and get down to about 145 pounds, maybe 150 at 15% body fat. And then from there, assuming my shoulder and everything's good to go, I will start doing a really slow, clean bulk to maybe get to 150, 155 at 12 to 15% body fat. So again, shredding just an extra little bit of percentage and getting myself back into the shape that I've been for 99% of my life. So that's the primary goal. And then outside of that, more on the mental health and wellness side of things, I want to try to get more into yoga and overall mindfulness this year. It's something that I've always kind of been intrigued by, but never fully pursued or put in the time or effort. I used to stretch a lot in sports, like my pregame ritual was a bunch of stretching. I would later find out that you should not do that much static stretching before exerting yourself heavily, but I didn't know any better at the time. But the result of it, I was really, really flexible. I was really mobile. My range of motion was great in every aspect. Now I'm not necessarily tight because I'm not working out. I'm not getting a big pump where everything's kind of crunching down and getting tight, but I don't have the flexibility that I used to. So I'm hoping through yoga and general mindfulness, working on things to de-stress and stuff like that, I will hopefully be able to regain some of that flexibility, some more mobility in certain areas, like the hamstrings naturally get really tight. Sitting all the time, playing games, doing videos, you start rolling forward, just fixing some of that stuff, regaining some strength in my back, opening up the chest more. Stuff like that is a big goal this year. Last year, I experimented a little bit with the Wim Hof method. If you guys aren't familiar, I highly suggest you look it up. It's essentially a breathing method. And for me, I found it's the only form of meditation that's really worked for me. Not that I've put in a bunch of effort to meditate in the past, but the Wim Hof method, just for whatever reason, really clicks for me. It helps me kind of be in the moment, but also outside of myself at the same time. It's really weird. I do it for like 10 minutes. I was doing it every day for a while. I'll hopefully get back into that routine. So that'll be more on the mindfulness side of things. But that's pretty much it. So again, the weight, first step would be 145, 150, and down to about 15% body fat. And then maintain / clean bulk up from there to the 150 to maybe even 160 mark, depending on how the bulk goes, and 12 to 15% body fat. Just overall leaning out, really getting back to where I've spent most of my life, and then regaining flexibility, working on stability in my shoulders. And after the shoulders, I'll probably move down to the hips. I'll be working through hopefully some yoga, also again, mindfulness. So those being the 3 big categories: general health, flexibility through yoga, and mindfulness. So that's it. Hopefully you guys can join me. I might be sharing some workouts or making some videos around this sort of content. I also have been in talks of starting a second channel that will be more for in real life stuff. Right now, I'm pretty much like 100% gonna do it to keep this channel mostly gaming focused. I'm just deciding on a name right now, and then I'll have to, build out that and launch that. So things to look forward to. That'll probably be the next video. I'll talk more about why I'm gonna make a second channel and what kind of content you can expect from it. It'll be more stuff like this, by the way. So if you guys are interested in that video, again, make sure you guys subscribe, hit that notification bell so you guys don't miss it when it goes up. It'll hopefully be out around this time next week. I'm trying to crank these things out. I'm trying to set it up to get more regularly scheduled content out for you guys. But that's going to do it for this video. If you guys enjoyed it, don't forget to leave a like. You guys have made it this far into the video, so thank you. Leaving a like is just going to pump this out to more people. So if you guys have anyone that you think will enjoy this sort of content, make sure you guys share it to them. And again, follow me over on Twitter. It's my most active social media. It's where you guys can stay in tune and in touch with everything that I'm doing, whether it's small groups like I've started doing lately, future content, different ideas, etc., etc. But I'll see you guys next week, and I'm out.